data makes a huge play. We have lots of sensors integrated into our powered clothing, which is really important, and we can harvest and harness that data and really drive new solutions and help people moving forwards.
So Rob, we wanted to start out by learning a little bit about your journey, how you came to be at the helm of Seismic and all the learnings in between. So could you please describe a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. So my journey to Seismic, I started my career working for US semiconductor companies. In fact, I was flying backwards and forwards to this part of the world for many years in the 90s and early 2000s. And then I moved into a startup, and that startup was doing location-based technology, and I was working for the company. The company unfortunately didn't make it, but I then got a yearning to actually do my own startup. So I ultimately joined up with Edinburgh University, a professor working in Edinburgh, and we formed a company and spun a company out of Edinburgh University that was in the location tech space. So I ran that for 10 years as CEO. It took me on journeys all around the world, back to the US, down to South America, into the Far East, and ultimately ended up signing deals with companies like Tencent Holdings and Huawei. And it was during that time that I decided to move across to the Bay Area. 2015 is when I landed here. I ultimately exited SenseWare was the company. I exited SenseWare in 2019. But during my time here, I got to know the founder of Seismic, a great guy called Rich Mahoney. And Rich really liked my background and the fact that I'd had a similar path to him, taking an academic technology R&D company and scaling that and ultimately being successful commercially with the company. So I joined up with Rich and came on board in 2019, worked directly for the company. I then was an advisor to Rich, and back in 2020, Rich decided he was going to transition out of the company, and he wanted to bring on board a new CEO. So he felt that I ideally would be suited to do that job and invited me back into the company. So February 2021, I rejoined and have been running the company ever since.
That is absolutely great. So when you talk about technology that augments human capability, and also the fact that it's embedded into textile clothing, this is an area that a lot of folks here are interested about. It's pretty much trending. There are exoskeletons, there are smart clothing that with so many sensors built in. Clothing that augments your capability or gives you additional strength to do your task, that's pretty niche, that's pretty rare. It is something that I'm pretty sure a lot of our folks would be interested in. So would you care to elaborate what is the unique value proposition that Seismic brings into this field?
Yes, of course. Seismic is unique in many different ways, but I think fundamentally what we have developed is what we call the electric muscle. Now this is something that is integrated into the apparel, into the clothing, and it works in harmony with the human body.
What are the key elements that you bring forward to this product?
So it's a very good question. We use the term intelligent wearable strength. So our product is a combination of apparel, of hardware. It has electric motors in there. And it also has the sensors which harnesses the data, so the intelligence. Really our uniqueness is being able to draw all those together into one package that works seamlessly with the human. And this is really where we've been looking for partners to help us do that. We're a small startup. There are a lot of companies out there that have expertise either in robots or in apparel or in data. We're looking for partners that can help work across the board. Our technology integrates into the garment those sensors. Those garments have to be washed. A lot of our partners have industrial laundry cycles that we have to meet. So it's really key for us that we are able to work with partners that understand the garment side of things, but also that understands that there's a lot of technology going in here as well, like the data and like the hardware. So this is really the Seismic in a nutshell. It's combining all of those elements.
Doesn't this technology have other applications as well?
Absolutely. Seismic's technology can be applied to many, many different types of wearable garments. What my philosophy really is to pick one end solution and really focus on that and deliver. One thing I've learned from working in several startups is that you need to focus. You need to have that really laser accurate focus on building your product first and foremost, but also working with customers that have a need. One thing again I've learned in my career in startups is that every founder, every entrepreneur, every engineer sees this opportunity for their product to go in many, many different markets, and they want to do it all at once, all at the same time. Which is great vision, but really what I've learned is that you have to pick one of those and focus, as I said, and make sure that you are able to deliver exactly what the customer wants, but importantly that there is a need that that customer is trying to resolve.
Trying to understand a little bit about the depth of your team. What are the streams of expertise that you have within your team, and how they contribute to this product being a great product?
Yes, so we have quite a broad expertise within our team. Our product contains intelligent wearable strength. So we need to have experts in apparel, in garments, construction, design and development. We also need to have robotics engineers that are working on the actuators that are working within the suit. And of course, we then need to have the data scientists that are harvesting the data and building dashboards and feedback for end wearers. So we have a very broad swathe of expertise within the company in lots of different areas. I liken it really as to not just running one company, but really running three companies: a data company, a hardware company, and a wearable apparel company. And that's one big challenge, but it's one exciting challenge that I think we're doing really well to address. And with the help of Soft Matter, I think we're making some tremendous progress.
At Soft Matter, we are also invested in creating technology that disappears into the fabric. We've already started doing it with some of our platforms, but this is somewhere off, as you say. We are pretty excited about it, and for all the innovators out there, I think this is good learning. This is something to work towards for the future. Shifting gears a little bit and looking at being a startup, even in the forefront of technology, doing something really meaningful. What are the challenges? What are the opportunities? What are the ups and downs that you see from coming from the startup world?
Yes, running a startup, you have to wear many hats, and there are many challenges along the way. It's not easy, and you have to learn a number of things. So you have to learn how to fail fast. You're going down a path and you've learned something, doesn't quite work out. You need to be able to recognize that and change and pivot and move forwards. So I think that's a key message. Some of the other things with the startup really are around, as I mentioned, the focus. Working with partner customers, building relationships with those customers. I think this is key to your success. Having obviously a foundational idea, a great idea, but putting that together with people that actually have the need and the want for what you're working on.